Now, as we all know, today evening, Kenyans who are opposing Raila Amolo Odinga from becoming the AU chairman were today treated to happy news, and very, very, very happy news after Raila Amolo Odinga lost the election to the Djibouti candidate. Now, is this the head of the William Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga's coalition? Is this the head of the broad-based government? That is the question that a lot of Kenyans are asking, and that is the question that a lot of Kenyans are happy for, many anticipating that now that Raila Amolo Odinga is off the table and is not going again to collaborate with William Ruto, now Kenya can move forward with its business, looking to unseating William Ruto as the President of the Republic of Kenya in the elections of the year 2027. But some new information are coming in. Apart from William Ruto giving Raila and campaigning for Raila Odinga to become the AU chairman, he had a counter plan. And this counter plan has been revealed by the Githunguri Member of Parliament, Gathoni Wamucomba. Now, this counter plan is based on what happened in the year 2023 when demonstrations happened in the country. I want to read the tweet that Gathoni Wamucomba publicized through a social media page so that we will diverge deep into that conversation, so that you will understand that William Ruto is not going to let Raila Amolo Odinga off the hook and allow Raila Amolo Odinga to return to the politics of the Republic of Kenya, so that he may bring forward a candidate, or he himself comes forward in the year 2027 to campaign against William Ruto's government. This is what Gathoni said. Kimeumana huko Addis Ababa. Now they are preparing for another lie. A prime minister through Nadco report implementation. Just to keep Baba busy, it's a long con. William Ruto knows that Raila Amolo Odinga will not keep quiet. That Raila Amolo Odinga will not allow him to continue being the president without him giving him the pressures if Raila Odinga is let off the hook. So to keep Raila Amolo Odinga occupied, remember in the year 2023, Raila Amolo Odinga organized demonstrations that were led by Azimio principles that saw William Ruto's government shaken to the core. The maandamano that were mostly meant to force William Ruto to open the IEBC servers to prove that he won the election. The demonstrations that were meant also to push William Ruto to implement a new IEBC, to bring in a new team of IEBC. Now, William Ruto, after the demonstrations happened and Raila Amolo Odinga proved to be a hardcore that he was not going to back down, the former Nigeria president and the former AU chairman, Olusegun Obasanjo, arrived in Kenya in 2023. He sat down with Azimio principles together with Kenya Kwanza principles. The purpose of the said meeting was to negotiate on a way forward that will include the Azimio la Umoja team in William Ruto's government. Now, after the Nadco report that Gathoni Wamucomba has mentioned was put forward, it was supposed to make changes in the Kenyan constitution and even in the Kenyan ruling system of ruling, where they were supposed to introduce a new post for the opposition, that the opposition was supposed to be given an office that it can serve in it. Now, through the Nadco report, they were meant to open an office for Raila Amolo Odinga and bring in the post of Prime Minister, which was brought in the year 2007 during the post-election violence, where Raila Amolo Odinga, together with Mzee Mwai Kibaki, agreed through mediation of Kofi Annan that they are going to have a nusu mkate government. So that is the same thing that was supposed to happen through the Nadco report. But William Ruto held onto that and refused to implement the Nadco report. And a lot of Kenyans were opposed to that because they knew once Raila Amolo Odinga gets into William Ruto's government, all Kenyans are doomed. They are not going to see development through President William Ruto because there will be no opposition to question him. So William Ruto akajikokota until June 25th, when the Gen Z now took to the streets to demonstrate. After the demonstration of Gen Z, the Gen Z decided they don't want a dialogue with President William Ruto. But Raila Amolo Odinga jumped the Gen Z and betrayed the Gen Z that died fighting for the revolution of the Republic of Kenya, where he went ahead to have a coalition government, or let me say a broad-based government, as he said, with Raila Amolo Odinga, where after dissolving his cabinet, he included 4 Raila Amolo Odinga's members from the opposition as into his cabinet, and also promised Raila Amolo Odinga that he will help him secure the seat as the AU chairman, which today flopped, and that promise now is off the table. William Ruto, seeing that the AU chairmanship is off the table and that Raila Amolo Odinga has lost, he has gone back to the drawing table. According to Gathoni Wamucomba, they are going now to negotiate in terms of the Nadco report, where they will rally Kenyans behind a formation of a new system where Raila Amolo Odinga will be absorbed into the government through a position as a prime minister. He will serve under William Ruto as his prime minister and as the leader of the opposition for the next 2.5 years or 2 years that William Ruto will be in government. And William Ruto is counting that if I give Raila Odinga this position, that means in the year 2027, Raila Amolo Odinga will back me up and I will still give him the position of the prime minister in my government. But the question that Kenyans are asking, how will he implement a position of the prime minister, yet we have the cabinet slot that is given to the senior cabinet secretary, Musalia Mudavadi, the prime cabinet secretary, because the office of the prime cabinet secretary is the same office to that of the prime minister, only that it is not into the opposition, it is in the government. Now that is the question that a lot of Kenyans are asking, and they are looking for President William Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga to answer them. They expect that William Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga can explain how they are going forward to implement this. Are we together? Now that is one of the strategies that William Ruto has. Remember, Raila Amolo Odinga and the Azimio team knows that it was ruled by the High Court of Kenya last Friday that they are the majority in parliament. So the question is, if Raila Amolo Odinga, through the Nadco report implementation, is given the slot as the prime minister, will he also want to take over the parliament and be assume, make Azimio assume its role as the majority in parliament, and also take up their position in the speaker's docket, where Moses Wetangula is supposed to step down to pave way for an Azimio voted speaker, who many have speculated must be Otiende Omolo. Now, questions are coming in. We expect that William Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga will be addressing the nation on the way forward on the politics of the republic, because right now there is no any other seat that they can look for Raila Amolo Odinga outside the country. Are we together? Things are unfolding and things are boiling nicely, as we always say. Now that's what's up. Tell me what you think about this new post that William Ruto is planning to implement for Raila Amolo Odinga, so that Raila Amolo Odinga cannot kickstart his campaigns against the William Ruto regime. Leave your comment on the comment section. See you in our next video. This is the Kenyan Daily Report. My good name is F. K. Mwenda.